Hey guys, my name is Josh from J&M Web Creations. This is actually my first video on YouTube. I thought it was fitting as someone who designs and develops in Divi that my first one might be the new Divi 4.0 update. It really is something that people were looking for quite a while. Believe it was May of 2018 that they had started talking about it, released some actual video, not videos, but some little GIFs and stuff on that, and about how it was going to work. What this update did is essentially made a theme builder into it, and this is the big thing people have been complaining about with Divi, that can't really build any custom headers, footers. Your post pages would have to be done, either each one would have to be done with Divi, or you would have to style it with CSS, make it look good that way. And so that's the way I've been doing it. But I also there were some plugins, some pretty good plugins that worked well for styling that different post content and titles and stuff on those pages. You could style the whole page with Divi, though you really couldn't use the visual builder. So they were great plugins, and for the time being they worked really well and made things a lot easier. But this new release, this new update 4.0, and they're actually already up to 4.0.2 because of some bug fixes. This really is going to make the workflow a lot better with Divi, and just makes us able to do things a lot quicker and make some better designs, while making it a lot more visual to see. Like I said, the old plugins that I had were great, but you had to do like you did with the old builder, where you would make it look how you think it was going to be in the back end, and then go test it and look at it and test it. Oh, the padding's a little wrong here, let me go test it and fix it. And so you would go back and forth, and that's a lot of people still like that old back end builder. There is the wireframe, which is really a great addition to Divi, that's helped us kind of keep that back end while having the front end too, and being able to go back and forth between the two. So I'll just get into this real quick and how this is all kind of working. It's really a great update. So here we go. So right now I'm actually on the Elegant Themes page. Before you can see they call it a page builder here, and now it is a theme builder as well. And Elementor had that, Beaver Builder has a Beaver themer. So Divi is a little bit behind, but I haven't really used Elementor. I've seen some things on how to build their themes. Divi looks a lot more user friendly on how you actually build different post layouts and page layouts and headers and stuff, and it's much easier to see. So the one thing that's great that Divi is doing right now, before they would come out with usually a layout or two a week, I think 2 of them, and then you could just pop that in, and it would be a layout for a certain page, which is great. You can get some cool nice layouts, but you still have the issue of posts and stuff. So the new thing they're calling them theme packages. And what happens here is that down their blog here, right here, you can go to recent posts, and they actually right now have 5, and I think they had a 6th coming out that they showed when they first released 4.0 last Thursday. So They have some coming out here. They'll probably start doing those weekly, I would guess, or maybe they'll do one layout a week and one theme package, or maybe every 2 weeks they'll do a theme package, because it is probably a little bit more work than the layouts. But what's really cool here is, let's go to my Divi site. This is a test site. I go to here. So this is just your standard dashboard. The new thing you'll see, if you already had Divi, you'd see theme options, theme customizer, and then these other three. Now you also have the theme builder here. So where we want to go with this is looking at, let's just say, a post. And actually, before I do this, for those who may not understand exactly how WordPress works, you have posts, which are your blog posts. You have pages, which are more your static pages. They introduce projects, which I really don't use much. And then a lot of times they will have, or you can add your own post types. And so for like my J&M web creation site, I have different websites I've built, and I have them done in a new post type of websites. And so then at this point, and you do that with a plugin, or you can do it, code that in. I usually use pods for that. I don't have a custom post type on here, but if I did, you'd see another one here, and it would say websites like I had. And so essentially in WordPress, everything is a post. It says pages, it says posts. These are all different post types. So what we're doing is being able to change all the posts within the blog post or within pages, which you really wouldn't want to do that on pages. They're more of your statics. But projects could be another thing you do, or like I have the websites. And so you want every website page to look the same and pull in the same content, or pull in the content you want to put in for that page, but make it look the same, so things on your site can be consistent. So the first thing here, the other thing you can do it with is Woocommerce. If you have that, the products, you can style your products pages. They just came out, I believe, a month ago with a Woocommerce builder, or Woocommerce modules, I guess they call them. And so you could start building products that look a lot better. I know there's still some limited functionality on the products. They're coming out supposedly with some more modules to be able to do a few more things on different pages, of different WooCommerce pages. So I'm not really going to go into pages, because we all know we need to make a new page, let's say our home page or whatever. But I'll go into a post. I used a plugin to just bring in random posts, just so we can kind of see, kind of strange, the wording it brought in there, drumstick, tenderloin, all that good stuff. But what that is here's kind of your boring post. This is just your standard post, how it looks in Divi. You have a standard Divi header, sidebar, standard, really the Divi footer with nothing on it. I haven't added any widgets, so it doesn't do anything here. But really what we want is to make a custom header, this whole body area custom, and then a custom footer. And what's really cool in these new things that they have is, I'm just going to download one so we can kind of see how these work. So here's this. Actually, I think this one's a little cooler over here. Let's go with that. And then you can go down here and you go to each one. You can see there's a global header, global footer. There's your post. So our posts right now just look like this, kind of lame, boring. After they come out, they'll look like this. Obviously the content will be different, but they'll look like that. And if you have a product page, I'll show you what my product page looks like. Also just brought in some fake products, just to kind of showcase what it can do. Okay, here's a WordPress pennant. Here's how it looks. just like the Woocommerce with your sidebar, kind of boring. And all you have to do is, let's go back to where we're supposed to be. You can come down here. They have, you can download it. Here, I'll actually just put in my email separately so you guys can't see it, but and then at that point you put in your email, press download, and then it'll have download theme builder pack. Woohoo! And here it comes. So you got it right here. What you'll have to do at that point, just go to it. This will have a few different things in it. I'm just getting this download here, so give me just a moment. You will have to unzip it or extract everything in there, because what we have here is we actually have post template, product page 404, and category template, and then I believe they have it all in one as well. Let me get to it here. Okay, so it will look like this if you unzip it. So you can do all of them. You can do a page template, category page, post template, product page. So I'm just going to pull in all of them right here. And what we can do is go to the theme builder. And this is probably one of the coolest things. Yeah, you can build all this stuff. You put a global footer that's going to be on every page, or global header, and then a global body if you needed. You can add a template to all pages, home page, specific pages, children specific pages, your posts. And what's cool is you can even do different posts in specific categories. I don't have any right now. You can do actual archive pages. So this would be your post pages for the single posts, like this one right here. And then your archive pages will be your category pages that show everything. Then you have some WooCommerce pages. These are your standard WooCommerce, so you can easily make your shop look much better. Let's see, and then you have single products. You have different categories of products. You have your projects. You have search results, which is kind of cool. So these are other. If you're searching for something, you have the little search bar, and someone searches for something that they want to find on your blog or your site, you'll be able to style how that looks. And then the last one is your 404 page, which that's when you don't, someone goes to a page that doesn't exist. That's what that is. So really, this is quite easy. All we're going to do is this right here, this portability, and we're going to import it. And you have an export, and then you have import. Okay, right here, no file selected. I go in here, pull this over. So right now I have the all JSON. You can override what's on there. Right now we have nothing on there, so I'll just override it. It doesn't really matter. And then allow import. You can download backup if you need it. Right now we're just gonna do that, and then we just wait for it, give it a minute here. Okay, and it takes just a minute. There are a couple little downfalls which they've talked about fixing, and they will be working on, I'm assuming, some new updates for it. Obviously this is totally brand new, but I'll kind of show you here. So before, now you see global header, global footer. You have here, this is just the normal part of your website. Here's your 404 page. It doesn't usually have a footer or a header, so you just go with the custom body. Then, so what this is going to pull in is all this right here. Obviously they're gonna use your content, but pulls in posts, this up here, your post, a product right there, and then your category pages. Right now it's all they have uncategorized, I believe. So now this is the old one, and if you see up here, it is fixed. The header is fixed, and it actually gets smaller when you scroll down. The one bad thing is really they have very little for header customization, and there's actually less than before. You can make a bunch of cool stuff, but the actual effects and stuff, like being fixed or getting smaller like this. There was a slide in, which they don't have. I'm going to be working on trying to get something to work with the new Divi theme builder that'll hopefully work with the theme, with the slide in menu. We'll see how that works. I can't guarantee anything. It'll be a little bit of JavaScript, jQuery to do that, and it may just be some CSS, but I'll have to play with it and see what I can do. If I can figure it out, I'll definitely make a video, because I haven't seen anybody doing that. I have seen some other Divi people playing with making it fixed and some other things, and makes it work a lot better, but it's some CSS. So I assume in the next, I would assume, month or two, they'll have some more header options. And I know one of the things they said is to make any section fixed, so that could be kind of cool. I know they're coming out with that, and so that'll definitely help. But yeah, now that we have this in here, all we have to do is, okay, let's just refresh. Actually, I think I need to save changes. If I didn't do that already, I may have. Okay, so here you go. Let's see how that looks. I haven't really used it. Boom, it's pretty cool. Obviously this may not be the style you want, but it does a lot of cool things here. And then your categorized, uncategorized, it did look different. We didn't really look at that, but here's your, this is totally different from what it would look like. And here's your footer. So this is going to be a footer here, and obviously you can customize all this. Here's going to be, this is going to be the body, and there you go. Here's your contact us, your home. I don't actually have a logo in there, so it's not pulling a logo. One of the things they did come out with, like a new module, was a menu module, and you can do this with it. And then normally a logo would be here at the top. I didn't add one. You can still add that within the theme options here. So one of the things I want to show you kind of how to, and as you can see, the header just goes up and disappears. So that's one of the problems. There are ways to make it fixed. There's some pretty easy code. I'll probably link to Divi Life and Tim Streifler. He had a pretty good tutorial on that, and like I said, I'm gonna be playing with it to see if I can do a slide in from the side. Can't guarantee anything, but I will work on it. So there's a lot more here than before, and it just looks much better. Like I said, might not be a style you want, but it makes these new packages make it so you have a starting place, and a lot of times that'll make these easier. But let's go here. I'll go to the product, and now the product's in there. It should look kind of neat, and boom, there you go. Right there, there is no actual gallery items, so that's why this isn't here. But yeah, you'd have a much different looking site. You could have a sidebar. You can do whatever you want with these pages essentially now. The other one, if you go to, let's just go to put in 404. It doesn't matter. It's just a page that doesn't exist. And I'll go to your 404 page. Uh-oh, you're in limbo. And so this is going to be, if someone comes to the wrong page, this is what they're going to get, which is pretty cool. You can easily do this. Before, you had to have a plugin or style with CSS or some other PHP to do that. So this new, I actually really haven't played with this, so this is kind of new for me, but I just prayed that it would work. It looks like it is working very well. And so we'll go back to here. Let's say I'm just trying to see here. This uncategorized, I don't want that there. I'm gonna put it down with this stuff. Let's see how that works. So we go into the theme builder. This is a post. Like I said, it's a blog post. And this is going to be part of the custom body. So we just go to edit. And what's going to be in there is what. So let's start building. Oh, go back. Did kind of glitch out right as I start talking about how great it is. It glitches out. And we'll see here. It should do it. Yeah. So now we have, boom, all this is already in there. It's really easy to style. Like before, I told you that you had to actually style it outside of the Divi visual builder and then come back and play with it and go back and forth. So now you can change. Let's see. Let's just pull this down here. I don't want that there. I want this in here. Put it there. Okay. We got that there. You have this here. I want to change that font. I might have to play with this. So I just go into the post title. This is title text, and it's probably an H1. So Roboto, I want, let's just say this funky ABZ. And now that should be like that. And just to kind of play with it, we'll just make it a red so you can kind of see it easily. So if the post content, if the content in there has a heading 1, it will be what this looks like. If it's heading 2, it's going to be like that. It's just kind of showing you so you can style it within here. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense right now, but yeah, it's showing a ordered, unordered list and an ordered list, and showing you how a was that quote, I believe, would look with that. So let's just say we have, we'll go back to it. Okay, we have this is just a standard paragraph. And so what we're going to do is the text. We're going to make it something funky. Oh, I know. What is that called? Oh, there's kind of a funky one. I don't see it here. We'll just go with that. And so that'll make it that. And then we could do whatever we wanted here. This right here is just a blog. Basically, it's showing your last 3 in this whatever category you're in. So it's kind of cool. If you wanted to add, let's say, why you would do this, I don't know, but we'll just play with it real quick. I believe you could add an image. Okay, so you have Woocommerce images and then this image. And if you wanted, do they not have it in here? May not have it on the image. It doesn't look like they actually have it in the image. Just trying to think of some other stuff you could put in here, because it uses dynamic content now. And let's see, that wouldn't be dynamic. I think this is probably dynamic right here. Yeah. So this is going to be an image. It's going to be the featured image is what it's showing. I thought you could do that there. Maybe wrong. It doesn't have it, but you can use a lot of dynamic content right here. This is probably dynamic content. Actually, they have title, which takes from the post author and the author bio, so this takes straight from your site, which is really cool. And so let's just say I didn't really play with that too much. Let's kind of put it right there. And so now we've made our changes. All we do, save. You may or may not have to go back into the theme builder, but let's just take a quick look. Nope, it worked. So you see that this thing's gone. Let's put right here. You got a different font there, and so you can easily change every one of them. So let's go to a different one. Okay, this meatball one. Go to that. Boom, looks the same. We didn't have to do anything. And all it's done with is, let's show you how you would make a post. So you didn't actually have to do that with Divi. You just edit it here. I have the classic builder, so that's why we're doing that. But yeah, all you have is this content. That's what it pulled in. There's your title. Here's your picture. You had custom fields. Sometimes you can use those. I know they were having some issues a little bit with some of the custom fields if they were put in by like ACF or pods. I don't know if they've gotten that straightened out yet. So there are still a few things that you can't do well. Like I said, it's up here is the footer, or the header, and they just don't have many options here. And they have a few, and with the new menu module, it looks like it's working better. Though there is a plugin like that looks like it might be better. MHMM header builder. At the moment, it's probably still a little better. It can do a lot more for mobile and for different effects and stuff. So if you're there, you may still keep that for your header. And I was very interested to see how they were going to do a header, and I'm actually, like most, a little disappointed in that. I figured they would really attempt to keep the options they had previously, slide in menu, full screen, with the hamburger menu that's comes down. So they'll probably get to that. Let's see, is there really anything else with this? Oh yeah, you have your footer in here. So your footer won't be in here because it is actually, you can X out, it's going to be here. So you have a global footer. This footer is the same. This footer is the same. If I wanted to, okay, so the 404 just has that. If I really wanted to put my footer there, all I have to do is pull this over. Boom, done. And now you'll see that my 404 now has a footer. So, well, maybe not. I'll change save. Maybe I did it too fast. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Oh, here's why. Because you look here, you show it's not shown. There we go. I didn't realize it didn't show that. I guess it keeps what it had before, which was to be not shown. So here we go. This should work. Yeah, there it is right there. So you put it on, easily throw stuff on. Let's say I don't really want it to be the same exact as the rest. Okay, I just want I'm just going to delete that just for fun. There we go. Okay, maybe. Okay, save it. No, I just want that page like that. I don't want the other stuff in there. So now we go back and we actually show. I think what I did was incorrect, but on this one I actually probably should have disabled global here. If we look at it, you'll probably see, like I said, I'm still learning. Yeah, I turned it off on all of them. So before you change that, make sure you disable it on the one, and then now you could change it. And so now I'll just show you that it's changed on just the one text, and I'll just throw that in there. And so now it should be changed on just the 404. The rest will have the other one. So on the 404, you see, and all kinds of issues here. Yeah, save changes. Okay, and so you have that content right there. And let's just see in here. You should not have that content. Let's see if that works right. Yep. So now you don't have that. The other thing I was told that might be an issue, let me see if it's correct. We go to page source, and you want your header and your footer to have a tag on them, and that is correct. They do not have a tag. If you have the standard one, you'll actually see before this looks a little different than normal, but you'll actually see something like in between here usually that says header, and then at the bottom you'd have to find your footer, and that's actually not the best for SEO from what I understand. It should be footer and header. It should be tagged as that, so where your footer starts, it should be tagged, which would be right here. It does have a class, but there is another tag usually right there that just says footer on this side. At the top it would say header. So that is an issue I think they need to fix. I would assume it's not that hard to make sure that that's correct, because that's is kind of an SEO issue. That's probably one of the other things that's not the best. So limited header options, no footer header tag. I'm assuming these things will be fixed quite quickly. With that, I mean, you've kind of seen how all this works. I can do what kind of what I want here with these. So like the custom body for, let's see, all products here. It shows you this product, and it has your product name here, and then you can actually do a lot of cool stuff here with the dynamic content, which they added a long time ago, but now really the dynamic content makes sense. Before it didn't. You can pick any of them, but really being that we're on a template, which is what these are, you really want them to be this product. And so your add to cart here is going to be a Woo add to cart, this product. If you wanted a different one, you could. Really no reason on here, but and here's that's the gallery. So on here to put in the gallery, because we don't see it here, you actually use right here this product gallery. I don't have any pictures in here, but you'd use this, put in 3 pictures, whatever you wanted, and then they would show on right here basically. So yeah, this is really great update. I'm hoping I can play with it a little bit more, kind of figure out something for a slide in, because I know a lot of people like the slide in. It could be done really cool where you have the slide in, when it pushes it over, you have the layout that comes straight from a section within the theme builder. And so I will be working on that over the next few days. Can't guarantee anything, but I'll be playing with it. Yeah, so really there's a few little things I see that are an issue, but for the most part, it's awesome. And compared to Elementor, how their theme builder works, it's just basically a line here. It's kind of hard to tell what's being changed, and a little confusing. This is super user friendly. That's the thing with Divi. Okay, this was a little bit late compared to the other ones, but they have really good like user experience, so just makes things very easy, and easy to find, easy to look at. With that being said, I think that's really the end of this video. Thank you guys for taking a look, and I will be doing more. Just thought this was the best thing to start this channel on. This new Divi 4.0 is super awesome. I have been using Divi since right after 3.0, which was it's probably close to 3 years now. I got in probably 2 months after 3.0 came out, and 3.0 was the actual visual builder. Before that, it was all a backend builder. So when that came out, it had a lot of glitches. It was very slow. They really made some strides to get that thing running faster, to get it stopping glitching quite a bit, and just brought out tons of features on it, and hope to have quite a bit more here in probably the next. I know they said they had 6 other feature updates in the pipeline. I think one of them they may have released before Divi 4.0, so there's probably like 5 they have. And now that I see this, there definitely needs to be some more features within that. Hopefully they get that header stuff going quick, and then the header footer tags to make sure that's SEO friendly. Other than that, yeah, just a really great update. So thanks, guys.